cool spring, and suddenly, like our southern Ontario, we have no spring. We just have winter and then summer.
I'd say it's not been a bad spring so far. We've always got complaints about something. Mother Nature doesn't always cooperate.
Farmers around the GTHA saying this year's late but sudden start to spring is coming with its shares of hits and misses.
So with our apple trees, we don't mind that it's a little bit late because we're a little more protected from the frost.
Michelle Inksetter co-owns Carlick Orchards in Ancaster. The farm has been in the family for generations and they produce a variety of different crops. She's calling the late start to spring a win for the apples.
You can see we're in blossom now, and once we get into blossom, if we get a frost, then it kills those blossoms and we don't get any fruit from them.
But if it's too warm too fast, the bees don't have enough time to pollinate the plants.
Our bloom does go by a lot faster when it's hot out, so we hope our bees are getting in there fast enough.
Sudden starts to the season can also be tricky for the cash crops like soybeans.
Because you're really limited in how much time you've got to get everything in the ground.
And she says the hit and miss trend seems to be a theme right across the region.
I think everybody's feeling about the same that I've talked to anyways.
I think we're all in the same little region here. We have the same experiences, same problems, same issues.
Jack, a third-generation farmer near Beamsville, is echoing the sentiment.
Our season started out really cool and wet, so we're a little delayed, and we even had a bit of damage from cold winter. So we have a bit of frost damage in the blossoms. It may be a lighter, but hopefully a better crop. Sometimes lighter crop means better fruit quality, bigger fruit.
He says he'd rather see a more gradual roll into the spring, but also notes some other crops are thriving.
The rhubarb's doing fantastic. It's, just started summer here, and yeah, the rhubarb's doing really well.
As for whether we can predict how the rest of the season will pan out, he says it's too soon to tell.
Yeah, ask a farmer about what could happen and what might happen. We worry about everything. But yeah, anything could happen.
If Mother Nature cooperates, farmers should have a good year.
Meanwhile, Sylvain Charlebois, Senior Director of the Agri-Food Analytics Lab at Dalhousie University, says if conditions remain favorable, Canadian farmers could be in a position to possibly help slow the dramatic increase we've seen in food prices.
Prices are really high right now, so they're really motivated to produce as much as they can this year. So as long as there's moisture, there's lots of sun during specific periods of the summer, we should be good to go. Last year was actually not bad in Ontario and Quebec. We all hope that things will go well, and of course at the end of the day we all benefit from bumper crops, because as consumers we buy food, and if there's plenty of food, typically prices tend to drop.
For City News, I'm David Zura.